Joseph or Yusuf here at John the Hut Dweller. I was sent a video by somebody about the compilation of the Bible, or how do we know who wrote what, or if John wrote this, or Luke, or whatever. And it's a straw man argument, because the person who claims that I believe what this person in the video is arguing against, this person's arguing against Bart Ehrman, which I don't know if I could respect somebody less as a scholar. Maybe Von Daniken or Pagels. I don't know. I like how he does away with Protestantism, but he doesn't really say the truth. Now, I never said these Gospels never had names attached to them. Of course they had names attached to them. Who is Mark? We don't know who Mark is. We don't know. We just don't know. Matthew, we don't know. Luke and John are pretty specific, but even if they're schools, which that's very common in ancient time, if you're writing and you're copying the ideas and the teachings of somebody and you're walking in their style, you accredit their name to it. That's why we have so many pseudo this or pseudo that, because it would be like you're stealing. You know, wait, this is a teaching, we know this whole philosophy from this person. Yeah, so you write in their name. Schools did this. Schools of thought, not as modern day schools. I'm talking about 2,000 years ago. But this, even if all these people wrote everything, and Paul wrote Hebrews, and which again, and Jude and Peter, and none of these, and bear in mind, it's only talking about the Gospels. It doesn't address the disputed works such as Jude, 2 Peter, 3 John, in the book of Revelations. See, they go to the Gospels, they make this straw man as if we're arguing against the Gospels. We're not. What we're saying as the Orthodox is that where do you get your canon from? You have to trust us. Now, he goes to the Church Fathers, and he calls them Papias. You mean Papias? You mean Ignatius of Lyon? You mean Polycarp? All these people you mentioned? And he can't pronounce Papias' name. Great scholar. Yeah, so you agree with them when they talk about the Bible, and they say, oh, yeah, we know this is true. But everything else, you say, oh, they're the evil whore of Babylon. They're the evil Catholics that put the Pope in charge, even though there was no Pope at that time. You can't do... This person is a liar, and I hate everything they say. But this part where they talk about the Bible, where it agrees with my idea, that's fine. It seems hilarious that a Protestant would bring up the Church Fathers. When we were taught about the canon from the church, we're not taught, oh, this verse corresponds to this in the Old Testament, and we can cross-reference and text proof. No, it said this is what was handed down from the beginning. If the title of Mark was Crazy Pee-Pee Poo-Poo Pants, we would still have it. It would still be a teaching. It's still something that would have been passed down. So why aren't all of Paul's letters in the Bible? Is that our evil doing, or did Paul only write a limited amount? Did he only write that which still exists? Was there no other Christian writings at the time that were not Gnostic? Was just everything included, so that you would have, you could say, well, the Gospels are higher than Paul, and Paul's higher than Revelations. I mean, you still have no way of getting to a canon. You have to go by way of Orthodox. So no, this argument doesn't work. In bracing an argument between Bart Ehrman and a fundamentalist Protestant, again, I sit in the audience saying, we gave you the Bible, why don't you come ask us? It would do good for these people to listen. And if you're going to try to respond to something I say, you should listen to what I say and not assume that I'm some secular atheist Bart Ehrman lover. As you said, oh, like your friend David P. Witham, who's a fellow Orthodox. The few videos I've seen by him, I like. And we're probably going to say the same thing on the New Testament. So I don't think he would even agree with this straw man argument. These two people who we would agree with neither of them. Where do you get your canon from? How do you know 3rd John and 2nd Peter are valid scriptures? Answer that one. The Gospels are easy. Answer me where 2nd Peter, 3rd John, why do they have to be in the Bible? And there's arguments against Jude because Enoch was in it. Why don't you accept the revelation of Enoch? Peace to you. I hope you find it. Come home.